Okay, and that's okay. It's okay. What we were talking about the other day, Connor, right? You can't be built both ways. Like, people are built innately, and they're going to have a strength here, but maybe not over here.
Well, I think he wants to be like the co-technical.
Yeah, he's the co-MVP of the technical department of this show.
Because he knows if he does it solely, then it's bad news. But if he does it with your help, then it can't be. He can't take the full blame.
Then he could be Sarah Fuller of our team. Yes. What's up, Connor? You've got your hand on the button and your mouth on the microphone. You ready to say something?
No, I just keep my hand on the button so that when I get called on.
Oh, you can show those people. Yeah. You can flash them your smile.
I wish that he could have flipped the button when you said what you said yesterday, because his face was
it was delightful. It really was. I don't understand what I said wasn't inaccurate. It wasn't wrong, and I didn't say it in a gross way. No,
but I mean, I think that's one of those unspoken, like
if we can't call a spade, what are we doing?
Yeah, but I mean,
women, ladies that listen to this show, is it not true that there's a certain portion of the month where life's a little different than the other part of the month?
Yeah, but
yeah, of course there is.
But it's Voldemort.
That's like saying women that are pregnant don't get emotional.
Hey, Zach. Give it a moment and let Clay have his say.
Clay's had his say. Thank you, Mom. But we've got it covered over here. We've got it covered over here. Thank you, though. What was that, Clay? Let me. Here, you need apparently. You need someone else.
I need to speak for the women.
You need a co-woman to speak with.
I think that
Connor now hold down our man cards over here.
Oh my gosh!
It's one of those things. It's like, can you say it? Absolutely. Should you say it? Probably
absolutely not.
That's the beauty of having your own show, I guess. You kind of run with it.
In proving said point.
But it was hilarious.
I will give you that. But
I'm trying to think about how to say this here. There's one personality on this show we're missing. And I'm filling that role right now, and it's probably not the best role. I'll tell you about it in the break because I can't say it live on the air because it references.
You better call me too and tell me.
I forgot Sandee, the nosy Sandee. We need to change her name over there. It's nosy Sandee.
There you go.
We can't. We need to just. Anytime we talk on the phone, we need to pipe in a three-way.
It's Sandy Lou. Who?
Yep.
No, tell me
who. Sandy Lou. Who? No, it's a reference to another talk show that we both listen to, and you'll know what I mean.
I know. I already feel it.
Yeah, it starts with GB. Yeah, we need that personality because I'm having to fill that role, which is not a great role for the host to be filling because it puts you in a, you say things like I said yesterday, which I stand by. I'd say it again. I probably will say it again at some point. It doesn't mean it's not true just because you don't want it to be. But
it's true. It's definitely true.
Then hold on a minute. Then why can't we say it? Because we can call out
because it's the way you say it.
We call out everything else about every other person and people group. So why can't we call that out?
It's like calling out somebody who a guy who is short.
I would call that out. I'm consistent. I mean, we got to give me that. You can't. I mean,
you are consistent.
Thank you.
I'll give you that.
I mean, you can't sit here and act like the only reason I said it because it was about women.
Maybe it's just the
I will call a spade regardless of who's toting the card.
Men have their moments too.
Absolutely, absolutely they do, and I call that out just like
it's kind of like when Connor made a testosterone joke.
Yeah, and I thought
it was a little
inappropriate. It was hilarious. I thought it was the home run of the show.
Yes, but it still stung a little.
Yes, but that's what made it funny. That's what made it fun. I mean, look, that's where I like to be consistent.
You are consistent.
I can absolutely
consistent.
For my entire life. My wife laughs about it all the time. We go on these mission trips to Nicaragua and Honduras, and it's a bunch of grown men that are going down there to play baseball like we're freaking 18 again, right? And so it becomes. I mean, we're all Christians. We all love Jesus. We all love each other. But it is very much a locker room. Like it is a clean Christian locker room, but clean and Christian doesn't mean you don't ride each other like a pony from time to time. When somebody leaves you an opening.
That probably
you
should not
take
have been
it.
referenced
And
when
so
you're talking about a locker
when I
room.
get like, I'm talking about, I am the butt of the joke. Like I embrace that role. Like I have absolutely no problem, because if it's funny's funny. I don't care who's the butt of the joke. If it's funny, I like funny. I like funny. Being funny is fun. You know. There it is.
I think you're okay.
I'm not worried about it. You're the one that hadn't let it go. I mean, I am good. You keep bringing it up.
I keep poking the bear.
Ooh, careful.
What?
You might offend bears.
I definitely don't want them to come attack my car.
No, because that white-tailed deer was like a grizzly bear. It was a big old bear-looking thing.
I mean, you got to say, like, if you've seen my car, you've seen the picture.
I have. I've also seen it in person since you drove it to the show.
To be able to do that kind of damage from standing still at about a 4-foot head start run, pretty big deer. Like, you can tell that. Like, it literally imploded my headlight.
If it's as big of a deer as you say it is, I'm more angry that you didn't drop it in low and run over that thing.
I was thinking about the hunter that could have a better shot than I did.
You had the best. You had a point blank shot with a car.
I know, but that's not
that's a can't miss.
But that's not hunting. If that was hunting, then
if I could hunt with my vehicle, I might do it. You might do it.
We'd hit it, and I could be like, yeah, "Boy, look, this one, I got this clear shot, and I got him."
I mean, I'd own it if I ran over it. I'd say I got it with a, It
wouldn't be a very good mount though, because they'd just have a headlight on its antlers.
Yes, exactly.
You'd have it mounted with plastic on its, because they do those life-looking mounts. You just take the headlight off and just stick it on the horns when you put it on the wall. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard, the regal Sandy Lou Who, the old Boomer, and myself, producer Connor, taking you home today. We're so excited that you're with us. We will be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
A panel will today present its recommendations to the CDC on who should get the COVID vaccine first. The vaccine ready to ship across the country within 24 hours of the government authorizing it for emergency use. More than 96,000 Americans currently hospitalized with COVID. Governors urging anyone who can work from home to do so. One of the president's science advisors has announced he is leaving his role. Here's ABC's Alex Perchet.
Overnight, Dr. Scott Atlas, a radiologist with no training in infectious diseases, resigned as one of President Trump's top coronavirus advisors. Atlas, controversial with many public health experts for questioning the effectiveness of masks and urging people to push back on public safety measures.
Some establishment Republicans are sounding the alarm that President Trump's denial that he lost the election could threaten the January Senate races. President Trump planning to campaign in Georgia on Saturday with Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. New research shows American students falling behind in math since the pandemic disrupted school, but progressing normally in reading. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A treehouse.
Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at PurcellLumberandMillShop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
For up-to-the-minute news, log on to WVNN.com. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard. Man, that's a good tune right here.
You ever heard The Future So Bright I Gotta Wear Shades?
Oh, come on with it. Yeah, woo. I gotta wear shades. Okay, all right. I could dig that right there. I could dig that. I could dig it. Can you dig it? He can dig it. See what I did there?
You shared yesterday about your bad kind of Thanksgiving. Sandee, was your Thanksgiving?
Oh,
okay?
yeah. We need a Thanksgiving update from Sandee Lou.
My Thanksgiving was absolutely wonderful. We had so much fun.
Snafus?
No. No, not really.
Oh, that's no fun.
We got to hang out with my parents. That was a great thing. And then, I know. And we had 12 people in the house.
Y'all were cruel to a baby. I saw that.
Yeah.
What?
We were, oh my gosh, we were cruel to the baby. Oh my goodness.
They had somebody that had the baby
dad,
and was feeding it a peppermint stick.
No, hold on.
Let her tell the story. Mom will get mad at you. Mom will get mad, Boomer.
Cruelty to animals.
My dad has a tradition of where he feeds all the kids, all the babies, around 2 months, he feeds them a peppermint stick. And out of all the kids that we've had, like they've got like 8 or 9 grandchildren.
Well, he lets them lick on the peppermint stick because it would choke the baby if you fed it the stick.
They've got like 7 great grands. So I mean, they've got a lot of babies around, and so it was the big moment that Addie Jane was going to have her peppermint stick. She does not like peppermint at all. Like, my dad gave it to her, and she was like, at first she tried it, and she snarled up her nose, and then my dad gave her, like, another little lick of it, and she was like, it was hilarious. I've got that video up on my Facebook page.
Did she keep going back for it?
It was so funny. Huh?
Did she keep going back for it?
No. Well, after 2 licks, she was done, and my dad was like, "Oh my goodness, it's okay." Like, my dad is totally smitten with his child, so.
And he kept feeding it to her just to see the face again.
Yeah,
again.
well, I do that to my son. I do that to my son with lemons, so it's okay.
We were all well. That's about the kind of face that she was making. Like when you feed a kid a lemon, and they're like, that's exactly what she did. So it was so funny. But we were all having a good time with that. But, yeah, we had a great Thanksgiving. Got to do a lot around the house, like over the weekend. We moved back in February, and we still have lots of boxes to prove that. It's a never-ending thing. Never-ending.
Well, everybody's Thanksgiving was cool, but let me ask you one question. If you were at your Thanksgiving, I guess we wouldn't be certainly party, get-together, and somebody started going for leftovers, but was going into the leftovers, dressing, mashed potatoes, everything, with no utensils and just use their bare hands, what would happen?
Oh, we would throw them down. Be like, what are you doing? Push them away from the table, knock them out,
Wow. I'd probably just let them roll.
So Sandee's house probably should be more like Chicago, because incident in Chicago where a family member dug his hands into the leftovers bare hands was stabbed to death by
Wow.
a family member. Multiple knife.
Oh yeah, no, we wouldn't go that far.
Multiple knife wounds to the neck
What?
and head.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crap. It's like Connor's cat.
Yeah.
It's just
Wow.
a fatal deal there. Like what?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand being a little perturbed by it, but
in Chicago, usually they would shoot him, but I guess this guy decided to
this
stab
guy
him.
actually followed the rules
Was
on the
there-
gun-free zone.
Was there something that sort of like led up to
No.
that?
Probably
Or-
drugs.
because
Well,
I can
The guy that got killed was severely
Drugged out.
He was drunk it a little bit.
Oh, so they'd had one of them Thanksgivings where they getting after the old eggnog there.
Yeah. Started out with a
they
fist
hit
fight.
the eggnog really early.
Started out with a fist fight on the porch, and then
A fist fight on the porch.
Just kept-
you know you're in trouble when you have a fist fight on the porch.
You know, his fists have got like mashed potatoes all over them too. It's got to be kind of
Yeah,
nasty.
that'd be. It's like a combination between a food fight and a fist fight.
Punches land with like a
Hey, I love
sound. You know.
I love the way that Connor said that because he sort of had like the little Bronx kind of
Yeah, he had a little accent that I've never heard
he
before.
did.
Where'd that
It's
accent come
5:40.
from, Connor?
Hey.
You got a Bronx accent you can throw at us?
I don't know. I'd have to.
It just happened. It just
Just that-
It did.
contextualized out of thin air.
The mashed potatoes.
Wow, what was that? That was like a Peruvian.
That's what he was saying. He was like those mashed potatoes.
I don't.
You know?
I think I would have remembered if I had sounded like that.
thought I had blood coming out my nose, but it was just giblet gravy.
Oh, you need to say hello to my little friend. That was
Yeah,
like Barack
exactly.
Obama.
Right.
That had a little Barack in it. You
No.
Yeah, it had. I got to work on that. I got to work on that. I'm not a very good impersonation guy. Like I'm terrible. You know these people that can do these incredible impersonations. Like I'm so jealous of people that can do great impersonations. I can't impersonate anything. Like it's awful. I have no ability to. And it's man, I love the people that can because like they study the meter and they study. And there's everything about like there's an art form to it.
Yeah, Frank Caliendo.
Yeah.
Frank
One of my
Caliendo's
favorites.
unbelievable. How he just switches back and forth from, I mean, he'll be doing Morgan Freeman and then boom, he's John Madden. Like it's just, it is unreal turducken, you know? I mean, it's turducken.
Yep. One of Connor's family members in
Here we
Sullivan County, Tennessee, was pulled over for speeding, 107 miles an hour in a 65. When asked what he was doing, he said he was on his way to get some crickets to feed his geckos for Thanksgiving. So that's not,
My word.
So yeah.
Wow.
But there was a sale.
Black Friday cricket special.
Ooh, all right.
Uncle Charlie's bait and feed.
Down at the tackle store and two-cycle engine repair, they've got some geckos, they got some crickets on sale. Look at this. Germany begins constructing a mass vaccination center. That doesn't look like it. Wow.
No, Germany doesn't need to do that.
Hey, raise your hand if you're in line to take the vaccination. I'll wait. That's what I thought. I can tell you one thing that's not happening for this guy. That'd be a vaccination. Maybe after a year or so. Maybe after a year or so, like if they, once they prove it and it looks, it looks normal and you don't become a Bill Gates drone or something like, I might give her a look after a year or so, but like the flu shot. I mean, I don't take the flu shot usually, just because I don't normally get the flu. So
There's a lot of people that are upset, because they're going to have like a selective process.
yeah, it's going to take a year for like healthy people to get their hands on a vaccine.
And there's a lot of healthy people who are mad, like, well, I took better care of myself. The fat person shouldn't get the vaccine just because they were
I feel
unhealthy.
like maybe we should do the Hunger Games, but for the vaccine.
Oh my gosh.
And we let all the snowflakes fight it out.
Oh my word.
That would be. I think that's not a bad idea.
I mean-
as long as we get the elderly people.
Yeah,
taken
no.
care of
I'm not
first,
talking
don't-
about those. I'm talking about, look, I just want to be very clear on my pandemic politics here. From the very beginning, I have been staunch in my want to protect people that were at risk.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, Connor's been with me from day one. From day one, we have said absolutely, without question, unequivocally protect the vulnerable people, the old, those who have pre-existing conditions, those with comorbidities, just like we do with any other disease in the human race. We protect those who are vulnerable to disease. We insulate them, we quarantine them, we keep them away from the contagion. For the healthy people, we let it run through the population to get what's called herd immunity. Yeah. That is the way we operate with every other disease on the planet. But this one was different. No, it was politicized, but it was never different. The numbers are unbelievable. If you look at well, maybe we'll look at that when we get back, because the COVID number, fear porn numbers will start back up, today. So we gotta maybe we need to combat that with our own truth numbers, because the death numbers are staggering in terms of, if you'll take a moment and look at them with real eyes, with truthful eyes, with Let's go to a break, Sandee, and let me pull these numbers up. When we come back, we'll touch on some of this COVID number stuff. 866-494-9866 866-494-WVNN, old18.com hotline. Get in here and let's talk about COVID. Let's talk about the Rona. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
Got you covered screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at GotYouCoveredAthens.com.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I'm Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful, bearded host. We are so excited that you're with us. Connor's looking up some numbers for me. I cannot seem to find what I'm looking for. But we do have some numbers from the Huntsville Hospital Health System. So this is hyper-local, which, by the way, don't let me forget to break down for you guys the areas of the world that we have people listening to the show. It's unbelievable. It's going to blow your mind. It blew my mind yesterday. Okay, so as of November the 23rd, so this is, a week and a half ago? As of November the 23rd, we had in Huntsville Hospital, we had 99 current COVID-19 patients. Madison, 32. Athens, 11. Decatur, 50. Helen Keller, 33. Red Bay, a whopping 1. Marshall Medical Center North, 16. And Marshall Medical Center South, 21. Now, if you compare those numbers to the 30th, you have an increase in Huntsville of 10 patients. You have a decrease in Madison. You have an increase in Athens of 5 patients. You have an increase in Decatur. You have a decrease at Helen Keller. You have an increase in Red Bay. And you have an increase of 2. So, we're talking about a total of an increase of 25 people across all of those systems.
And on the news, if you had Red Bay with 1 and it went to 5, they'd say COVID patients quadrupled.
500% COVID patients in one day. Let's see, COVID-19 ventilator patients. Oh, wow. So on the 23rd, we had 13 on a vent in Huntsville Hospital. On the 30th, we had 8 on a vent in Huntsville Hospital. So those numbers actually seem to be going down. In the ICU, the numbers seem stable. And then corona patients under investigation. What is that?
I guess they.
What? I'm trying not to.
They think they may have the COVID.
So now we're investigating American citizens? Surely that's not the word. Surely the word is just. Surely they're just pulling a Rush Limbaugh here, huh?
I don't know. But to think that they're saying that they're overwhelmed and increases by 10, that's where I get kind of.
I'm looking at Boomer's phone. He's got the pictures on his phone. I swiped one to the right and I got in trouble. Please tell me.
I'll explain that later.
You're going to need to explain that quickly.
I can't.
The man wears Uggs. Oh, I think I know why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop before I get you in trouble.
Right.
It is. I'm a dad. I get it. Connor, did you get the death numbers?
Well, I mean, it's hard to find them for 2020,
up to date.
That's current. Yeah. Normally they run several months behind because there's a lot of verification, I guess, that you have to do.
Yeah. Well, the numbers that I'm seeing. Now, let me preface this by saying we understand that it may not be 100% accurate at this juncture because it's not, the year's not over.
Right.
But from what I'm seeing, we're not going to see a huge increase in deaths from COVID-19. Like, for instance, let me break this down mathematically. There you go. That's a big word for all you smart folks out there. Let's just use round figures. If we had 1 million people die in time period X, and then we have the Rona in time period Y, and we're saying 500,000 people died of the Rona, then we should have 1 million, because that's our normal death numbers, right? That's normal. Every single year, we're averaging this amount of people that die of natural causes. Then we introduce a pandemic that claims the lives of 500,000 new people. We should then have 1 million plus 500,000 deaths, right? Because your normal people were going to die anyways. And that sounds really cold the way I'm saying it. But the reality is every single year, a certain amount of people are going to die, period. That's just how the world, that's how God created this place, right? People live, they're born, they die. And so we should see an increase or a delta in deaths to the number of coronavirus deaths. Does anyone disagree with my logic?
No, I totally agree.
Now we'll see. The numbers may come out and they might mirror that. But Connor, do you agree with my statement that we should have, if we look at an average, we should take the average, every year on average, X amount of people who die in this country. So if we have a coronavirus pandemic that introduces new deaths, the delta should be between the average and this year somewhere close to the additional deaths caused by the coronavirus.
Sure, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Okay. So logically speaking, mathematically speaking, scientifically speaking, three things that we get the logic part every day, but the mathematically and scientifically we don't get to claim those on the show very often. So we are, and that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see. Honestly, all this hullabaloo about all this other stuff doesn't particularly sit with me one way or the other. I just want to see that number.
Yeah.
I want to see we average 2 point whatever million people dying every single year of natural causes. We added the coronavirus killed 300,000 people. I don't even know what the number's at right now, or what they're claiming the number's at. But
268 in the U.S.
Okay, so a quarter of a mil. Oh wow, I'm sorry. ADD got me. This guy went for a windmill dunk and absolutely missed it. It was terrible. But we should have 250,000 additional deaths over the average because the coronavirus is this new pandemic that we've never seen that has killed X amount of people, right? So we'll see where we land on that. I'm not entirely sure that those numbers are going to correlate because, again, we've seen the flu disappear. We've seen lots of things change that just even the fact checkers out here, like, because this thing has been making its rounds on social media, this graphic about the overall deaths being lower this year. And even Reuters, who does their best to fact check anything conservative, they're saying that it's partially false. You know what that means, right? When the liberal fact checkers can't fact check you, they just say missing context or partially false. Now, we should be able to find the number of USA deaths per week. I bet those numbers are out there, Connor. See if you can find deaths per week, although that would take a lot of extrapolating. But let me also say, if the CDC is the only place for me to get these numbers, I no longer trust these numbers. It's kind of like elections. You just can't trust them.
Well, I just look at for like the state of Alabama. You've got 3,500 COVID deaths in the state. 4.9 million people in the state of Alabama. Of that 3,500, over 500 of those deaths just came from Jefferson County around Birmingham. But if you do the percentage, there's your percentage number for death to population. 0.0007% of the population has died from COVID.
I'm sorry, run that by me one more time.
4.9 million people in the state of Alabama, 3,500 deaths. The actual percentage of the population that has died from COVID in the state of Alabama is 0.0007%.
I'm just getting my... Okay. Well, there's that. So in other news, let's look at these stats. I think you guys are going to get a kick out of these. It's actually really neat. Let me find where I was looking at it yesterday. I pulled the weekly... here it is, weekly stats for our website. So this is really cool because this tells us where people are joining our show online. Okay, so they're coming to our website and they're clicking on the Listen Live tab, and they're listening to our show on the old World Wide Web. I think you're gonna find this very neat, very interesting. Of course, we have plenty of them in Decatur, Athens, North Alabama area. We've got Georgia represented. We've got Chicago, Illinois. We've got Atlanta, Georgia. We've got Auburn, Alabama. We've got Aldie, Virginia. We've got Columbus, Georgia. We've got Charlotte, North Carolina. We've got China. How about them apples? And so I just thought that was cool. Yesterday, we had a call in from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
True story. A man named Greg called from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia while on our show.
Was he like in military over there, or?
He couldn't say.
Couldn't say. Top secret.
Name probably wasn't even Greg. But he was indeed listening to our show from Saudi Arabia. So that just... I don't know. I'm really encouraged by how wide, like, when you start a show like this, you kind of wonder, like, will we be hyper local? What's our focus? Well, just so you guys know, our goal is to not just be local. We hope to expand and move into other markets. And, when I say the word syndicate, everybody's like, oh, okay, pie in the sky. I'm not talking about like 50 something more. I'm talking about just locally, regionally syndicate. And so, there's some things that we're working on here, guys. And so I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to listen to the show. It truly is a humbling experience for all of us, for Sandee, for myself, for Boomer, every single time that we hear that someone comes up and says, man, we love your show. We listen to your show. Your show's awesome. We love Sandee. Sandee's the best. We love Boomer. We love Connor, whatever it is. Like, we are so thankful. And honestly, it humbles me every single time it happens, because it's like, come on. People really
At
listen.
least they're smart.
No, that's a fact. That's Sandee coming in with her. Sandee's been very calculated this morning. If you're watching the live stream, you've seen Sandee's got a look on her face like, when do I speak? What do I say? How do I handle that? This corona. I'm so proud of you, Sandee. You are controlling your environment right now and not allowing yourself to get off into fantasy crazy land over there and angry land.
I'm trying.
Angry land.
I'm trying.
Angry land will get you
hard.
every time, won't it?
Yeah. It will. Just face it with a smile.
Anything else?
Yeah, I got to do our best.
You got anything else you want to add there?
Yeah.
Sandee?
No.
Floor's yours.
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
Sure?
Also in Alabama, the actual 247,229 total known cases. You know what that percentage is of the state? Because if I walk out in the street, everybody go, I had it. I had COVID. I had it last week. You know what the 0.05% of the state's population.
So slightly better than winning the lottery.
But everybody you talk to, I had it. I know I had it. I had it back in. I love the people that go, I had it in September of last year.
Are you trying to say Sandee never had it?
I don't know. But if it wasn't documented, she didn't have it. If it's not documented, it's not real.
You science denier, you. You COVID denier. You backwoods bumpkin rednecks. You're probably racist.
I think the deer that hit my car had it.
It probably did.
Yes.
It probably
Crazy
did.
deer.
And it was. It looked like a grizzly bear with horns.
Looked like it had a temperature and couldn't taste.
You're an idiot. You're listening to Hometown RV Boomer and the Beard. When we come back, Ray Allen, the host of the Bearded Men Real Estate Podcast.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Decisions being made and presented on who should be first in line to get the COVID vaccine. Today, a panel advising the CDC will set priorities. Here's ABC's Alex Perchet.
Health officials have long said seniors with underlying health conditions and medical workers should be at the front of the line. But what's presented today is non-binding. Ultimately, it's up to state and local officials to decide. Military members aiding in distribution say all other Americans will be able to get a shot by June.
With more than 96,000 Americans currently hospitalized with COVID, ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi says healthcare workers and governors are urging people to stay at home.
In Ohio, the governor is now asking anyone who can work from home to do so.
We're our last line of defense. The front line now is the community.
Hospital workers joining the governor remotely, sharing their experiences.
I don't think the public truly understands what we go through every day, the heartbreak and the emotion and seeing the fear on these patients' faces. This is no joke.
Dr. Scott Atlas, science advisor to President Trump, is leaving his post. Atlas has no formal experience in public health or infectious diseases, and he has in the past criticized efforts to get people to wear masks. President Trump calling into a meeting of Arizona Republicans last night, blasting Republican Governor Doug Ducey for certifying the election results that showed him losing and astronaut Scott Kelly winning a Senate seat.
You have a governor named Ducey who just rushed, put the gun faster. He just rushed to sign certificates so that Kelly gets into the Senate as soon as possible. What's that all about?
Ducey overnight defending his state's election process. The president planning to campaign in Georgia this weekend alongside two Republicans running for Senate, Kelly Loeffler, David Perdue. Some establishment Republicans are worried about that. You're listening to ABC News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
The product's super. I've heard about Balance of Nature for some time, and I just thought I'd get involved. And so when I did, I started taking it, and I saw a difference. It kind of balanced out my blood, if you will. So my doctor was pleased with that. He said, "What are you doing? What's going on?" And I just shared. I said, "Well, I'm taking this extra thing called Balance of Nature." And he said, "That's good. That's good." So I admonish all people that have some type of health issue, try it. It really helped my numbers, and I know the product works.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FRUITS.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Buy one MyPillow, get one MyPillow free. Call 800-889-7318 or go to MyPillow.com. Click on radio specials and use code BEARD at checkout.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. Let me tell you about our friends over at Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork. Purcell Lumber Custom Millwork is the only place we trust for all of the do-it-yourself projects, the tools, the Benjamin Moore paints. If you see something on Pinterest that you want your husband to execute prior to the in-laws coming in for Christmas, let's be honest, your in-laws are a little difficult. So, now's the time to impress them. Well, it is the only place I would call if I was you, is Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork. They're right here in Athens, Alabama, 256-232-6320. They will meet you with a smile on their masked face while they offer you the best customer service in the history of customer service. It's still a trademark for them, and they are great at it. 256-232-6320, Purcell Lumber Custom Millwork. Tell them that the Beard sent you. Joining us now, we've got the one, the only, the second most beautiful beard in the world, second only to mine, one Ray Ellen, the host of the Beard Men of Real Estate podcast, and our very own Apple Bar genius, and our tech update fellow. What's going on, buddy?
Good morning. What's going on with you guys?
Man, I don't know it, buddy. You, just all. It's all you, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm still full from last week.
Yes. Well, us men of size, we know our way around some Thanksgiving food, don't we?
Yeah, this is not my first rodeo.
No. Go ahead.
It's butter smooth.
What? I'm sorry?
Your stream looks butter smooth.
Yes, indeed it is. Would you like to know why?
Yeah.
Because we bought one of those new M1 Max that you were telling us about.
Oh, that's so good. I'm telling you, they are so powerful. I thought you guys would need the Pro, but I don't think so.
No. We what's really irritating is I've got like a $5,000 machine here that is now obsolete, and we've got a $700 machine doing its job.
Yeah. I was just texting Connor on the Skype that you can actually pigtail your old Mac Mini with this new Mac Mini. So if anyone out there has two Mac Minis now because you bought the M1, you could connect them together and run them as one system.
Wait, run that by me one more time, because
we've
got an
Mac
old one
Minis
sitting
together.
in a box. We were just talking about hooking up.
Yeah, you can connect Mac Minis together and run them like a big giant server. It just increases power. They're amazing.
Oh, look at
there are people, all the Bitcoin farmers and all those folks. There are people that have these Mac Mini farms. And it's just
Really?
warehouses of Mac Minis that do computing.
So we were just talking about the way that our setup is, and this may bore some people, but it's the tech update, so it's part of it. But we were just talking about how we may hook up the second computer because we stream to ideally we'd like to stream to multiple locations simultaneously, but that takes a lot of juice from the computer. So you're saying we could pigtail the second Mac Mini into this one and pull off both of their power?
Yeah.
You can never have too many minis.
It's a mini setup there. So for the real tech update.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we get to some tech support later, but for the real tech update, I have a story where tech meets politics. I can tell you a lot of people in the tech industry love it when tech meets politics. Not really. The internet should be free, but Van Buren versus the United States is going before the Supreme Court. Do you know about this story?
I don't.
So Van Buren was a police officer who accepted some money and ran someone's plates.
You told us about that. He gave away some iPads.
No. This was that's a separate news story. That was a couple weeks ago. This guy was in 2017. He accepted money from the police, or he accepted money from someone to run some plates. So he had access to the database, and he ran someone's plates, just a private. Actually, it was a FBI sting operation. Anyway, he runs this guy's plates. He gets in trouble, right? So they're using a law called the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. It was implemented in like the 80s after War Games, the movie.
Oh wow!
So basically, it was what the government uses to convict hackers. If you don't have access to a computer system or a database and you gain access to that, they use this to prosecute you. So here's where it kind of comes full circle into the politics. This guy already had authorization to access this database. But there's a second part in there called exceeding your authorization. right? So they're trying to throw the book at him and also add these charges. If they do, that means things like investigative journalism, people who do cybersecurity, right? So people who intentionally hack systems in order to improve the security. But the big thing politically is the investigative journalism. If you access a database that you don't have authorization to access, you could be, if this police officer, which, there's bribery and other charges and stuff like that he could be charged with, that he was charged with. And no one's arguing that he did something bad. They're just arguing which law should apply. And so keep your eye out for this one. I know it's a little bit nerdy and maybe a little boring, but the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, if they are able to throw the book at him and to get this included in exceeding authorized access, then that means if you have a whistleblower on the inside of a company who then sends that database to someone or sends some information to someone, they're not using the system that they've been given for the proper reason. Right. So in other words, let's say it would be akin to like using your work computer to look up sports scores, which is actually the argument that his attorneys are making. If you use your work computer to look up sports scores, you are unauthorized to do that on your work computer. So you're using unauthorized access to look up information.
So we should crucify everybody that does that by their metric.
Well, so that's the extent that the police officers' attorneys are using to say this is probably the wrong law to throw at this guy.
Yeah.
But it's a bigger deal than most people think. It's just something that's out there. We have a new Supreme Court. I'm always interested to see what the Supreme Court says about tech law. Historically, a lot of them haven't said much. I think it was Clarence Thomas actually said something on this one. He never really talks. So he was asking questions about this one. So something interested him on this. So it's a really interesting law. If this happens, if it goes through and they are able to prosecute this guy, then investigative journalism using technology is in trouble, which could go both directions.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, investigative journalism died years ago. It's called weaponized journalism now, but.
Well, now you have people that are quote unquote journalists, right? That have their own YouTube channels because an actual news outlet won't put them on because maybe they lean conservative. And so now they are doing their own, like Veritas, right? Doing their own investigative journalism and doing their own hacking into stuff in order to find out the truth and then trying to get the truth out there. And if this goes through, then they have another law or reason to prosecute those folks instead of just a general hacker rule.
It's funny how we that's a very unknown story right now because and by the way, for those of you listening, that's how people operate. That they want it's called divert, bait and switch, whatever you want to call it. They want to keep you busy with all this stuff over here while they ram all this stuff over here down your throat. And so that's kind of the way. That's the MO, if you will, of that. Cool. Well, I have one question for you before we let you go. When am I going to be a guest on the Bearded Men Real Estate Podcast?
That's what we need to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's every Wednesday at noon.
Central time. I'm free every Wednesday at noon Central Time.
You just happen to be.
Just happen to have my old planner here in front of me, and it looks like I'm wide open. So,
well, we got some big stories coming up too this week. So be sure everybody tunes into that. So if you like real estate news and a little bit of tech stuff, it's a place.
I also know a few things about real estate. So that should work out well. Ray Ellen, as always, the Bearded Men of Real Estate podcast. Be sure to check that out anywhere you get podcasts. They live stream on Facebook as well. He is a national treasure, and we're thankful that we have him. Ray Ellen, let's go to a break. When we come back, we got to dive into some other stuff. Appreciate you, Ray. We'll get on the line with tech support. Just send me your hourly rate for tech support, and we'll get on a call here before too long. Ray Ellen, everybody, thank you for joining us. You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
Though the world is full of wonders to amaze you as you roam, some of life's greatest treasures are found very close to home.
Find your own treasures at Highway 31 Flea Market. We have it all. Lots of furniture, both painted and project pieces, along with chairs, tables, televisions, books, and so much more. Our prices are unbeatable with products you'll love. Maybe you're looking for a bed frame or maybe some tools. You'll find a great selection right here at Highway 31 Flea Market. We also have all kinds of collectibles and antiques. Want even more deals? You can jump on board with our week-long online auctions, beginning every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's simple. You can join the auction at fleamarket.highbid.com. That's fleamarket.hibid.com. And be sure to visit us Monday through Saturday from 9 till 5 at Highway 31 Flea Market on Highway 31 South in Athens. What will you find when you shop Highway 31 Flea Market?
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kinda quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
Ah, but there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. WebUnderdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, WebUnderdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact WebUnderdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. WebUnderdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I could barely walk on.
Okay, let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600. At Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat. Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. We are so excited that you're here. 866-494-9866 is the number. If you guys want to get in on the old18.com hotline, now would be a good time to do that. We will... We'll be ready to do that here shortly. Let's go ahead.
All right, Simple Helix. People in Huntsville, you may be waking up today because your kids aren't at school because Huntsville City Schools had a ransomware attack, so it's hitting pretty close to home. Simple Helix can help your business become more cyber secure. Give them a call today at 256-975-4758. If you need an IT department or maybe have an IT person at your work that's just overworked, can't get all the things done that they need to get done, they need just a little bit of help, Simple Helix can help with some augmented IT services for you and your company. It's very affordable and will help you be more profitable at your workplace as well. Give them a call today, 256-975-4758. Simple Helix.
Let's go to the phones. Dan from Madison, 866-494-9866. Dan, how's your shoulder, buddy?
It's quite well, but before that, let me give you a traffic report. 565 heading east toward Huntsville, just before Gate 9. Had a little fender bender there, and it's backed up, so you might want to leave a little early this morning.
There you go.
Beyond that, shoulders, it's sore, but I'm going to see the doctor at 7:15. You know, I didn't know Dr. Cantrell. Actually, he was a U.S. He boxed for the USA in Olympics.
USA.
Did not know that. Good information there.
You there?
Yeah, we're here. Can you hear us?
Okay, yeah, he boxed for the USA Olympic team, which surprised me. I thought it was pretty cool. So, anyway, I'm calling about, I think the gentleman yesterday was, it might be Jerome.
Kareem.
I'm not sure. But, you know, he was very negative about what our president and whatnot. And let me explain something. You know, Zach, I think I'm on the same ballpark with you. I'm not crazy about maybe the way he talks or maybe the way he tweets. But that's the only way he can express himself because the media won't let him on the air and say anything. So, mainstream media, that still is not an excuse to say what he's saying and maybe how he says it. But you know what? He gets a lot of stuff done. He promised a bunch of stuff before he even became president, and he fulfilled what he said he was going to do. So for me, Jerome, I want you to understand something. I'm sure your bank account was a lot better than it was previous to the Trump administration, because I know, Zach, I was looking really fat and large. My 401k was really looking good. And my security and feeling knowing that I'm secure in this nation because he doesn't mess around. And the Taliban was pretty much just gone. And the border was secure. There was a lot of good things that happened, not to mention gas prices. And, you know, if I am mistaken, not illegal immigrants. Yeah, the illegal immigrants didn't come into the country because, you know, he stopped that. There was a lot of pluses that happened for a lot of people. It just that was just one type of person. It's everybody. So, Jerome, I don't know. If you voted against him just because you don't like the way he talks, that's not a really good decision because you should vote not only your pocketbook but your security.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the call, Dan. You're not wrong. We talked about that yesterday about how people are voting. People vote with the wrong motive, I guess would be the word.
Well, he said he would vote for Scooby-Doo.
Orange Man Bad. We'll vote for Scooby. And his name was Kareem, not Jerome, but we'll vote for Scooby-Doo over Orange Man Bad, which just speaks to the intelligence of that vote. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But thank you for the call, Dan. I'm glad your shoulder's feeling well. We've had this on the docket to talk about for 2 days now, and we've not yet talked about it.
I know.
You told me something about pucker butt or something? Butt pucker, something here that hard right. Sorry, but
no.
You were talking about your butt was puckered or something?
No, so, you know, my family, Netflix is kind of like our time to get together and watch things, and the kids were gone this weekend, and I binge watched all of Cobra Kai.
Yeah, which I struggled to get into a little bit. Yeah.
And then I fell upon a new series that came out on November 17th called We Are the Champions. And it's basically Rainn Wilson goes around and he narrates the whole thing, but it's like they go and find different types of events. And some of the events, they have the cheese rolling, which I don't know if you've ever seen that, where they take this big roll of cheese and they throw it down this hill and these people chase the roll of cheese. And, I mean, it's crash and burn.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Beyond,
we watched that one last night, yeah.
Then it also has one on frog jumping. It has a dog dancing. There's a fantasy, Sandee would like this, fantasy hairstyling event. I didn't know there was competitions where
there you go.
people do that. And then there was a one that I really liked because I'm fascinated by this. It had a chili eating contest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the inaugural pepper eating chili challenge by Smokin' Ed Curry, who is the inventor of the Carolina Reaper. So he was the one that you know did that. But the crazy part about this one, and he's also his hot sauce is called Pucker Butt.
Oh my gosh!
So it's the Pucker Butt Pepper Company.
Oh my!
What a name!
And some of the characters on the show were they basically got the strongest pepper eating people across the world. This one guy has actually changed his last name to Scoville, which is kind of interesting. Johnny Scoville. And then there was a individual out of Australia that was a transgender.
Mm-hmm.
That was, that was on the show.
I'm just letting you have this one, buddy.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But I don't. He did
Connor
not.
Connor looks really excited to chime in.
He did not like. He did not like the pucker butt sauce, but they.
Pucker butt.
He. The crazy part about this challenge was
he was the queen of pepper eating, and
yes, and the queen of Queensland in Australia. But they it's a very interesting if you want to watch on Netflix. But the crazy part, normally the Carolina Reaper is like the pinnacle of peppers. So like when they have these challenges and stuff, usually the Carolina Reaper is the worst. Well, they had to eat 13 peppers, and the Carolina Reaper was number 6. So they had to go 7 more peppers past the Carolina Reaper, and it was brutal. I mean, it is, but it's a great Netflix. But yeah, if you're
I've never understood food challenges. I just never have. I as a man of girth that loves food, I can't stand to see food be placed in this competitive position where you can't just sit and enjoy it.
They're not enjoying the sauce.
That's my point. That's my point about food challenges. I think they're stupid. Nobody wants to see a 47-foot long club sandwich. Like the longest submarine sandwich in history.
It's
good. Let everybody get their own grubby hands on all of it before I eat it.
Well, the one that was fascinating about this one
gross.
is the pain that they talked about they were going through, which I was fascinated by because everybody's had like
because he's a glutton for punishment.
Hot wings, but I mean these people are like sitting there and they're like, okay, snot's running out of their nose, and then my favorite one, the guy goes, "I didn't want to quit, but I'd lost my hearing."
What?
Oh my gosh!
Couldn't hear, and didn't really know where he was.
What?
Dear God. But yeah, it's fascinating. So if you want to watch that and check that
Okay,
out, we are the champions on Netflix. I watched the yo-yo one too, which was phenomenal because I'm fascinated by yo-yos. I've always tried to, as a kid, to learn to walk the dog.
Oh yeah, I used to back in the day. You were probably in college at this point, but yo-yos were a big deal when I was in like elementary school. I'm not gonna say that I was a yo-yo champion, but you've never seen me and the yo-yo champion in the same place at the same time.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew that was going to be coming out of your
You were a
mouth.
yo-yo. But no, these kids.
That was funny. That was hilarious.
Look,
that was hilarious.
Look, I was looking on Netflix to see what all I had watched over the weekend because I caught up on this new show, and like it's totally different than what you watched. Like I watched the Leah Remini's Scientology.
Oh, that's so good.
And the aftermath. It really is. And then after that, I had to have something really light, and I watched The Unicorn. And watching The Unicorn absolutely had me in stitches. It was so hilarious. So that's my Netflix binge watching, and Christmas Chronicles too.
I thought you were going to say I wanted to watch something really light, so I watched the entire Saw series.
Yeah, no.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer in the Beard. Don't touch that dial. You're a communist. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
A team of doctors and health experts will today make their recommendations to the CDC on who should be vaccinated first when emergency use is okayed by the FDA. ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi with more on when everyone might be immunized.
The military official overseeing distribution says all Americans should be able to get a shot by June. Additional shipments of Pfizer's vaccine have now arrived in the U.S. from Belgium to supplement what's already here. The vaccine is ready to be shipped across the country within 24 hours of the government authorizing it for emergency use, which is expected after December 10th.
California Governor Gavin Newsom says he is considering reinstating a stay-at-home order for most of the state as COVID-19 continues to surge just about everywhere. The state's biggest area of concern is a rise in hospitalizations, particularly in ICU beds. President-elect Joe Biden unveiling his economic team as President Trump continues the fighting election results in swing states where they've already certified the results. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
If your computer stopped working, your business will grind to a standstill. This is Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. For my friends over at Simple Helix, the cost of a full-time IT department is really just unreasonable. Call Simple Helix today at 256-975-4758. They never take a vacation and cost far less than a full-time employee or staff. This new normal we live in has us working from home and remoting in all the time, so 24-hour support is more important than ever. Reliable and safe access for you and your employees doesn't get more simple than Simple Helix. 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the beard sent you.
Meg Weehee is the deputy director of the Institute of Taxation and Economic Policy. It's a bunch of leftists. In Newsweek magazine, Ms. Weehee writes that state governments should not wait for Washington to soak the rich with higher taxes. She says the states should begin to do that themselves right now. She says that her Take Your Money Institute researched every state's taxation system, and they concluded that most states don't capture enough money from high-income households. Now, this supposedly leads to income inequality and the other problems libs complain about when they want your money. The bottom line, Ms. Weehee thinks that states should whack the rich harder right now instead of waiting for progressives to whack the rich from Washington. Ms. Weehee, haven't you noticed that liberal states have been slamming rich residents with high taxes for decades? And that's why so many people are leaving these high-tax states for low-tax states, and they're taking their money with them. They are running away from you, Ms. Weehee, and they're going to keep running away from you, Ms. Weehee, because they have sense. This holiday season may feature more merriment with your devices than ever before as you stay connected with family and friends. That's before you take on all that online holiday shopping. All that online activity can mean more chances of exposing your personal information to bad guys. Now, before all that online shopping and communication takes place, make sure your online identity is protected. Don't spend the holidays without identity theft protection from LifeLock. It monitors for uses of your personal information without your permission. If you have a problem with identity theft, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can help you feel safer this holiday season and all year long. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com using the promo code RUSH. That's LifeLock.com, promo code RUSH to save 25%.
My great-great-aunt Bertha May had certain words she would not let us say at the dinner table. Nowadays, if you're a government contractor, CMMC is one of those words. Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. It's where you've got to be in the DoD world if you want to bid and win government contracts. 256-975-4758. My friends at Simple Helix, look, they're not afraid, and they can show you a cost-effective path to becoming CMMC compliant. What that means, they're going to help you navigate the process. They're going to make a plan, and they're going to get you to those big government contracts you need. Give my friends at Simple Helix a call today at 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the beard sent you.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Hometown Heartbeat, Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. Let me tell you guys, this Mike Lindell character, he's crazy. He already makes the best pillows on the face of the planet, and he sells them at a great price. But right now, for a limited time, the My Pillows are $29.98. What? Yeah, that's right. $29.98. All you have to do is go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout, and you get a MyPillow for $29.98. On top of that, he's going to, it's $40 off, by the way. He is going to extend his money-back guarantee till March 1st of 2021. That means you can sleep on the darn things from now till March, and if you don't like them, send them back. He'll give you your money back. If I told you you could try something for $30 and sleep on it for a few months, and if you didn't like it, send it back, would you try it? Well, of course you would. So what are you waiting for? MyPillow.com/radio specials. Promo code BEARD. Don't forget that promo code gets you deep, deep discounts on everything on their site, whether it's a mattress topper, Giza Dream Sheets, the towels, etc. It is unbelievable what these guys are willing to do. So again, mypillow.com/radio specials. Use promo code BEARD at checkout, and that will take care of that for you. So we are so excited about the Bearded Bonanza that's going on. We have the Bearded Bonanza at thehometownheartbeat.com. All you have to do is go to thehometownheartbeat.com. Oh, is that? Nope, wrong Bonanza.
Get the wrong one.
Hey, there it is. Hot dog. It only took us 4 minutes. The Bearded Bonanza is going on. thehometownheartbeat.com. That'd be
www.thehometownheartbeat.com.
Go to the top. We're giving away $250. That's $250 straight cash, homie. $250. Loco Dumpling Design cornhole boards. So Jeremy Simpson over there rocking those out. They look great. I think he actually is going to end up giving away the ones he made for me.
That's only fair.
Well, it is, except for I was really excited about them. But,
listeners first.
Yeah, well, maybe. So, anyways, for those of you that are waiting on T-shirts, remember we told you last week or the week before last, we were going to get those to you. Sandee was going to come over here and get them, and then she had something to do, and I was going to take them to her, and I didn't. But they are on their way. You'll get them before the year is out. How about that? You will get them before the year is out.
Each one of them will have an absentee ballot attached to it as well.
With only one option. Boomer and the Beard for president.
It's actually voting for the people in Georgia, but I mean, it doesn't matter.
So let's. I don't know.
We didn't talk about it yesterday. What about the Iowa election? The 6 vote difference. That was pretty cool. Something totally different.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
impressive.
figure out. I don't want to go there, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I've got something that's going to just stir everybody up.
Oh, here we go.
We could talk about the Huntsville City Schools and their ransomware attack and how their computers are obviously more susceptible than the voting machines. But L. Linwood tweeted yesterday. And I am not entirely sure. Connor and I talked about it yesterday because that's when it came out. We were up here working on our new machine, getting the computer all set up, and we kind of talked about it a little bit. And I'm just going to let him speak for himself instead of trying to put words in his mouth. He said, "Today is a good day for patriots to carefully read this September 2018 executive order, and then be confident that we have honest men and women in our government who, like Donald Trump, love America and the rule of law. Justice is coming." And then he referenced the executive order on imposing certain sanctions in the event of a foreign interference in a United States election. I will post this on our Facebook page so that those of you that are listening right now can be sure to run over there. Obviously, one, you need to like our Facebook page if you haven't already. But two, I don't know where to put this. And I don't really know what the executive order says. I tried to read it, and it was all legalese. But I'm not convinced that he didn't see this. I mean, because let's be honest, Ray Charles saw this coming in 2018. And we all knew that the whole Russian hoax and and all the interference and all the impeachments and all that stuff that was a straw man to get to just start the wheels on this election interference, yada, yada, yada. What if Donald Trump was smart enough to put into law some level of executive action that would allow him to do something about this should it happen? Now, what I'm saying is I realize quite crazy because I'm sitting here looking at the executive order right now, and it sounds crazy. I don't know what it means. But I'm literally posting it on the website or on our Facebook as we speak, so everyone can go and read it. But if it says what I think it says, this guy might have put some executive options in place for himself to protect himself from a situation like this. Now, if that is the case, the world will burn to the ground.
Oh, my gosh.
If Donald Trump uses some level of executive action to keep himself in the White House, if that's even doable. Now, again, I don't know what any – now, Connor, have I done a good enough job of making sure people understand? I don't know what – I mean, this is I'm reading a tweet and then speculating on this executive because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not. What the beard is not saying. Donald Trump don't use executive.
If that would be the case.
But if that happens.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. If anyone knows what the executive order imposing certain sanctions in the event of foreign interference in the United States election, if anyone knows what that executive order means, please give us a call. 866-494-9866. Now, I don't want Joe from the trailer park down the road. I don't want his opinion. I want somebody who has some legal expertise or has experience in those things mean. Let's go to a break. 866-494 9866 866-494 WVNN. We'll be right back.
A financial advisor with the freedom to focus on the details that make your life your own. Your family, that's life well planned. To learn more, call Raymond James Financial Advisor Dustin Haraway, 256-705-0300. Located in downtown Huntsville. Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FIRNA SIPC.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it.
I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donato's Pizza, where every piece is important.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money-back, that same money-back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
That's the what Trump's playing when he's in Georgia. Love me some Wizard of Oz. My favorite Christmas movie.
I'm not going there.
I'm not going to touch that one.
It always comes on around Christmas.
I'm going to leave that one be. You can have that one.
So your article's on whitehouse.gov. It's not like on...
No, that's not the article. That's
the
that
actual
is the
executive order.
That's the actual executive order. Regina.
Yeah, I'm sitting here reading it right now.
Regina says, "Thank you for giving a Christian perspective on all this chaos." Regina, the only perspective that matters is that of the gospel, and so we appreciate you acknowledging that, and we understand that really this is it's the only perspective that matters. So thank you for that and your encouragement, folks. You don't understand how much stuff like that means to us every day. When you guys send us emails at show@thehometownrb.com, or when when you guys just reach out and let us know what you think about things or whatever, it means the world to us and our encouragement. And you guys keep us, you keep that 3:45 alarm, making more sense. Doesn't make much sense, but makes some sense. So, does anybody have? I keep getting an inmate notice. Like I'm getting email from inmates.
Also, we're on in the Limestone
Apparently
County
we're
facility.
On in the prison.
That's cool.
Oh, that's interesting. Let me put that order away, and I'll read that later. Let's talk about this.
No, let's read it right now. Good afternoon. I hope y'all had a fantastic day. Can I please have your mailing address for Hometown Heartbeat? I have a letter I'd like to send to you. Zach and the crew. Please respond back to this message or to me, and I'll leave the name out. I had to borrow a friend's account to send message due to commissary funds. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sandee, I'm sure your extensions are amazing. Connor, you do great. Boomer, you're the perfect addition. And Zach, well, you're Zach, the perfect lead man.
Is that what it really said?
I'm reading. I mean, it's right here. Great voices to brighten any day with true information at the top of the day. Smile.
That is
God
fabulous.
loves you all.
Amen.
Amen.
Full of redemption. I mean, you said that everybody's listening to us everywhere.
Amen.
Yeah. Play ball.
So I'm sending our mailing address.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
And Connor, you need to go lock the door if you could. Just
Yeah.
No, I think.
Right?
Oh, Sandy, you missed this yesterday. You talk about pucker butt. All right, so I'm sitting here, and I'm on the show. Aaron, Big A, is with us, and I guess I didn't pay attention to the environment, and we get off of a break, and Zach goes, I don't know who that was, just walked in here. And I'm like, well, we may want to find out, and you said guy with firearms could go. Check. Said, I don't know who that is.
Well, in all fairness, I didn't know who it was.
My goodness.
And then, hence
but turns out, it's we hired a new person.
We dodged a bullet.
It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal. Somebody just walked in randomly.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No biggie.
Hashtag pucker butt. Just saying.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know why you're so. Well, I mean, you're scared of a deer. You said it looked like grizzly bear. So.
Oh, I mean, I'm unnormal.
For somebody who's made a quote career out of the radio and people, you sure don't like people.
Yes, every radio station, every place I've worked at, there was a actual locked facility.
Yes, yes.
It was never,
yes.
come on in, bring us your
Code
grits
to have to get in.
grits and sausage balls. Come on, we love it.
To be fair, I made the sausage balls, and the grits came from one of Mo Brooks' top aides. So, I mean, it's not like it was a complete stranger.
Come on in here, we love them all.
I may have never met the man, but he works for an elected official. I mean, Johnny Turner's a good dude.
I know I'm not hating on Johnny.
It sounds like you are.
But when you let Johnny in, Crazy Charlie's going, yeah,
Crazy
Charlie. I like those guys. I'm gonna go in, check out their show. It's great. I want to go to school with Connor and eat square pizza. Let's go.
Oh my!
Is that your Crazy Charlie?
Yes.
Why is his name Charlie?
That's what all bad
it goes with crazy.
All bad wars had Charlie.
Because it goes with Crazy Charlie. It would be weird if it was like Crazy Donald.
Yes.
That doesn't go together.
Can we have a
Charlie
vote? Can we
just
do a
sort of
vote here?
goes.
Is anyone in this room and back at home studio, yay or nay? Do you somewhat feel a little afraid that someone will come in and maybe cause harm?
Yay!
Sandy, what are you worried about? You're not even in the room. You're not even in
said,
the room.
I said,
But
I need
I'm
her
in
vote.
this
I need swing
studio,
vote.
and it gets creepy outside.
So the vote lays in the hands of the smartest guy in the room.
I get a vote.
No, but
just to be
we
clear.
already know your vote.
We already know your vote.
Connor, do you have any?
Waiting.
I'm not concerned.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
here. Turncoat.
As he says with his cracked voice. Whatever.
As he says with fear and trembling. Look.
I'm not scared.
First of all, we're not at a publicized address. Okay? No one knows where we're at right now.
No, we've never said anything
Nope.
about a sponsor. No, ever. No,
We haven't.
No,
not in a long time. Okay? The sponsor's not even on the show anymore. Second of all, people are good. People don't mean us harm. There aren't even people that don't like us out there.
No, I'm just worried about a person.
Oh
I'm not
no,
worried
they
about
might
people.
not mean us. They might not mean harm, but they might really like us so much that they just want to like hang on to us for a while.
It'll all change. It'll all change one day when he's at a public event and somebody comes and goes, "I just want to feel your beard."
Yeah, exactly.
It'll change. The whole thing will change.
You know what I'll do? I'll do this right here. Feel away.
Yeah.
It's majestic.
Ew.
I don't understand what everybody's so worried about. 866-494-9866. I want your opinion. Should we be worried? Should I have a more a secure policy here? I mean, let's be honest. It's not hard. I just got to lock one door. So we could do that certainly. But should we be more concerned? We want to hear from you. Maybe you are Crazy Charlie and you like us too much, and you should call us 866-494-9866.
Now we have a
.com hotline.
Now we have a window to the studio that someone could stand outside and look at us.
Yes, we do. That is true.
Ooh, creepy.
Yeah.
That's one thing I have to say. I don't have here, thank goodness.
Come look in the fishbowl. Wave.
Did you guys see this Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight?
I refused to watch it after I saw the rules that they threw down.
What were the rules?
I have to look them all up, but I don't know all of them. But one of them was if there's any blood drawn, the fight was stopped.
What?
If there was a knockdown, the fight was over. It was all exhibition rules. I have to look up the rules on. Let's see.
Well, Mike Tyson.
Isn't that what boxing is?
Mike Tyson won the fight.
It was a draw.
He also no.
No, it was a draw. Complete draw.
It just says right here that Mike Tyson comes
Well,
out
I mean,
a winner.
he won, but they called it official draw.
Oh, well, he also said he smoked a fat blunt beforehand.
Before and after.
And Snoop Dogg did the commentary. And after further review, after additional punches were discovered at 4 o'clock in the morning, they actually said Roy Jones. They stopped counting the judges' scorecards, and then at 4 o'clock in the morning, they found additional punches thrown by Roy Jones and granted him the winner of the fight.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
866-494-9866. Nobody has any security. Nobody has.
No, they're not worried.
No, that's what I'm
They're
saying.
all
They're
plotting
not
their
worried.
plan.
They're like, man, we love the access we
Well,
have
they
to
may
the
be
show.
hoping that someone comes in. I
What?
don't know. That'd be a great show.
Nobody out here like nobody. It would be a great show if you just heard, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, get out of here! Hey, what are you doing?" And then you just hear, And then I come back and I get on and there's just like a small like black eye, and people don't mean us harm. We're not even controversial.
There's somebody out there talking.
That's Dale. We're not worried about Dale. We're not worried about Dale. I just don't understand why we have to be scared of people.
I'm not.
It seems like
We're
you're scared
not
of everybody.
scared of a
We're
person.
just being aware.
It seems like you're scared of everybody. It seems like you're scared of your freaking shadow. Are you scared of your shadow?
You wait. I'm gonna Sandy. When he least expects it, I'm gonna set up a prank.
Yep.
You know what happened
I've
last
got
time
the
I got
perfect.
pranked?
I've got the perfect thing too. Just
I've got a
Boomer
frog
will
with your
talk.
name on it, Sandy. I'd be careful.
I thought
Sandy,
about that
I
last
don't play
night
fair.
too.
I don't play fair. I'm just saying.
I thought about that last night, and I was like, "Oh, I was out of the studio yesterday. Yesterday was like a perfect opportunity for you just to come on in and be like."
Don't think I didn't
"Bloop."
think about it. Don't think I didn't think about it. But I chose not to because I choose.
You will
truth.
not have a board operator. I don't even care if it's real. It's not real.
I'll
You will not have a board
truth
operator that
over-
day.
Look, I don't want to fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
You choose truth over facts.
Says Captain Conspiracy.
Hey, that's the new slogan for our president-elect.
Right?
No, his is no more malarkey. Who came up with that game?
From the palmist.
Yeah, the
As he
palmist.
reads
We
from
didn't
the
get around to
palmist.
that. We really needed to play that clip. I
That
don't think we have time
was
at this point
funny.
in the show. But the palmist, really?
Let's read
He
from
said
the
it
book.
twice.
Right now, we read from the Book of Palms.
Like the palmist, really? That's where we land. The palmist. There's nobody in his camp that could say, "Hey, Joe, you sound like an idiot." Like, "Hey, Joe, we know who you are. We know who you are. We know you're going to mess this word up. So when you get to this one, even though it looks like the palmist, it's the psalmist."
Well, it is Palm Sunday. You maybe got that confused.
Yeah, but it's spelled totally different. That's PAL, not PS.
Well, the S is silent.
Yeah.
Crazy
the
English
palmist.
language.
Joe said, "I just didn't know."
Make
if the
sure
P
you
or the
read your
S was silent on
palms
this
today.
one. You're listening to Hometown RB, Boomer and the Beard. This has been our Tuesday morning edition. The team is back. We're so happy to have Sandy back. We are so happy that you've joined us again today for one more show. Go to thehometownrb.com. Make sure you click on the podcast link there at the top. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube or the Bearded Bonanza. Make sure you guys get in for the drawing for $250. All that can be done at thehometownrb.com. If you want to win $250, who does it? We'll be back tomorrow. Love you guys.